I used to think Bitcoin only mattered if you could buy a whole coin. And that mentality alone is what kept me at zero. Because my brain told me if you can't do it perfectly, then don't do it at all. Turns out that was my most expensive mistake in Bitcoin.
It has quintupled in value over the last year.
As the price has just passed a notable round number, $1,000.
Now, the same Bitcoin is worth nearly $10,000.
The price of a single Bitcoin has climbed above $100,000 for the first time.
So here are my 6 mental blocks that kept me from going into Bitcoin earlier, and how you can understand Bitcoin before 98% of the world catches on. Block 1, the all or nothing paralysis. The first block is the whole coin illusion. Many people think if you can't buy one full Bitcoin, then what's the whole point?
That's like saying, if I can do 100 push-ups, then what's the point?
You don't need to do 100 push-ups on day 1, but you gotta start somewhere to get anywhere. And Bitcoin works that way too. You don't buy Bitcoin in coins, you buy them in sats. And there are 100 million sats in one Bitcoin. So once you realize that you're just stacking sats and you're not chasing this whole coin, that whole mental block just disappears. Who are we kidding? Who has 100K laying around somewhere? And even if you did, do you know how hard it is for the bank to let you access your own money? I dare you to try. Anyway, you're not trying to buy perfection. You're building wealth, one sat at a time. Okay, that was a little corny, but you get the point.
맞습니다. 시작부터 비트코인 한 개에 집착할 필요가 없습니다. 많은 사람들이 비트코인은 0.0001개도 살 수 있다는 걸 놓치고 있어요. 비트코인은 10,000원, 20,000원 소액으로도 시작할 수 있습니다. 티끌 모아 태산이라는 말이 있듯이 사토시 단위로 꾸준히 모아가면 되는 겁니다.
Block 2, undervaluing 0.1 Bitcoin. Most people actually massively underestimate what a fraction of a Bitcoin actually represents. Even owning 0.1 Bitcoin makes you incredibly early. Let me put this into perspective. There are 21 million Bitcoin that will ever exist. There are 54 million millionaires on Earth. And the way that Bitcoin is already distributed, that means that less than 7% of millionaires will own at least one Bitcoin. So owning 0.1 Bitcoin already puts you in a tiny global minority. And here's the kicker. According to a wealth distribution study, it is estimated that only the top 0.01% of the wealthiest individuals around the world will be able to afford one full Bitcoin at scale. We're talking about fewer people than the population of New York City. And most people won't realize that until it's too late. You're watching this right now. Yes, I'm talking to you, Michael. That's your edge.
Welcome to Montreal. The local time is 4:15 p.m. Please remain seated with your seatbelt.
The third block is the most common one. It's already too expensive. Bitcoiners love to say, you get Bitcoin at the price you deserve. I don't like that saying. Here's mine. Take what you can get. Every single person who bought Bitcoin thought they were late. The person who bought at 100 thought they missed it at 10. The person who bought in at 10,000 thought they missed it at 1,000. And that's the thing with Bitcoin. We're still early. We all wish we found Bitcoin earlier, but what matters is what you do after you hear about it. If you're waiting for it to get cheaper, you're actually making a bet against the entire premise of Bitcoin, and history hasn't been kind to that bet. The fourth block, the Bitcoin roller coaster. Most people treat volatility like a bug, and it's a feature. Michael Saylor said it best. Bitcoin's volatility is the price you pay for its performance. Volatility is the mechanism that lets normal people like you and me accumulate scarce assets over time. It wouldn't let normal people accumulate a significant amount, like the housing market or the stock market. But when the price goes down, big players panic. And Bitcoin supply gets less concentrated in the hands of a few. And when the price goes up, your discipline pays off. The volatility would be welcome because it doesn't change how desirable and how scarce those items are in the long run. The cool thing with Bitcoin is that you don't have to wait for these dips. You can buy tiny amounts, like dollars worth, every single day. It removes the emotion from the equation. And when those dips come, you should treat it like a Black Friday sale.
가격이 떨어질 때마다 비트코인 끝났다는 얘기가 항상 나오죠. 하지만 영상에서 말하듯 변동성은 비트코인의 결함이 아니라 기회입니다. 이 변동성 덕분에 저와 같은 평범한 사람들이 자산을 모을 틈이 생기는 겁니다. 하락장을 블랙 프라이데이 세일로 보는 관점. 이 한 끗 차이가 여러분의 계좌를 바꿀 겁니다.
Block 5. Stop thinking about what other people say. You finally decide to buy Bitcoin. Suddenly, quantum computing will break it. The government will ban it. Wait for better macro conditions. The best way to get talked out of buying Bitcoin is to not have your own conviction first. Here's what I did. I stopped asking people what they thought about Bitcoin and I started doing my own research first. And here's what finally made it click for me. I realized where money came from. These guys at the top, they can print it whenever they want. Money isn't this scarce, hard to get thing. It's almost like a Ponzi scheme. The people controlling it have all the power and money. And the rest of us, we get the crumbs. The Cantillon effect in full force. Then I looked at the US debt, and then I realized they're never gonna pay that debt off. They're just gonna keep printing. And that's when it hit me.
우리가 마트 갈 때마다 느끼는 고물가, 그리고 환율 변동의 근본 원인이 여기 있습니다. 돈은 계속 찍혀 나오고 나의 노동의 가치는 희석됩니다. 그래서 이런 시스템에서 내가 번 돈의 가치를 지키려면 대안이 필요한 겁니다. 내 노동의 가치를 저축할 수 있는 가장 단단한 그릇이 필요한 거죠.
So of course, there has to be an alternative. Bitcoin is that alternative. It's the ultimate money. It's freedom money. It's sound money. Sovereign money. You've got countries fighting for control. You got BRICS trying to push gold currencies back again. You got the EU trying to do CBDCs, the digital euro, but not Bitcoin. Bitcoin is for the people. It's uncorruptible. And once I understood that, I became unshakable. The sixth block, make Bitcoin your hurdle rate. Bitcoin grows 40% a year. Almost nothing compounds at that rate. Now, before I buy anything, I always ask myself, will this return more than 40%? Most things won't. But you know what will? Yourself. It is way easier to make yourself 40% more valuable per year than finding an investment that will do that. I was working 50 plus hours a week on an international TV station. I was making $2,000 a month. That is $500 a week. I realized if I can't be making the same amount of money on my own, then what am I even doing? So I leveled up. I increased my skills and built my own thing. And here's a bonus. When you start obsessing over yourself, you stop focusing on the Bitcoin price. Stack Bitcoin, stack skills, and let Bitcoin do the rest.
이 영상에서 가장 인상 깊은 부분입니다. 여기저기 투자처를 쫓아다니고 가격에 일희일비하는 대신에 내 몸값을 올리는 데 집중하라는 것. 결국 투자의 본질은 내 삶의 자유를 찾는 것이지 24시간 차트만 보는 게 아니니까요. 비트코인을 그냥 꾸준히 저축하면서 자기 개발을 하고 현실을 충실히 사는 것. 그것이야말로 경제적 자유로 가는 지름길이라고 생각합니다.
And if you're stacking Bitcoin, you should actually own it. Lo and behold, the Blockstream Jade. I use the Blockstream Jade Plus because it is 100% Bitcoin only. It is open source. It is secure. It is safe. It is everything you need your cold storage to be. If your goal is to stack 0.1 Bitcoin, 1 Bitcoin, 10 Bitcoin, 100 Bitcoin, self-custody is not an option. You actually have to do it. Most people will think about this for another year. Another YouTube video will pop up in their algorithm and they'll think they missed Bitcoin. But 2026 is a year that you can own more Bitcoin than 99% of the whole population. And honestly, it's not as hard as you think. What's stopping you? Are you in or are you out?
Please up. In or out of what?
No time for questions, just action. In or out.
Okay, well then I'm out.
I'm sorry, Jet. Actually, you're already in.